Welcome. We're here at Redmond Ridge. This is Foreme Golf. I'm Josh Holmes, and we are about to go play the back nine at Redmond Ridge Golf Course. This is a 2-glove day. It is actually literally raining. It's also a little bit chilly, but we're gonna get out here and we're gonna go have a bunch of fun. So we are currently loading up my watch here. Yes, let's keep score, and we're playing from the whites. We are currently 334 yards to the green right down there. Awesome. But yeah, we're just gonna get out here and enjoy the day. I'll be honest, this is more about me trying to do a little bit of filming than it is me having a good round. But we're gonna see how this goes. Awesome. All right. Ooh, a little low worm burner, but it will work. Outstanding. So we're off to the races. Okay, we have 127 yards from here to the center of the green, which is right up there. However, that is a very front pin. I'm guessing it's about 120. We're going to try and go towards the center of the green though, because I just don't feel like missing that green to the left. So we're going to kind of go towards the center here. Or I'm going to pull it a little bit right at the flag, just to the right of the flag. Actually, that's a pretty good shot. I'm pretty happy about that. It's just not exactly where I'd wanted it. I'd wanted it to be, or I'd been aiming about 5 yards to the right, and that didn't work out. This is mostly just a downhill putt. I do think it's going to go a little bit to my right. No, it stayed straight and rolled well past my hole. Oh. Ah, yay! Okay, it fell in. All right. Whew. All right, so that was a 4. Just barely. I almost touched that. Cool. So, okay, so we are 309 yards from where I just dropped the ball. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit my 5-iron. Because this is a very, very tight fairway. I'm not feeling it at the moment. So we're just gonna hit 5-iron. That was a good shot. Perfect. That's exactly where I needed to be. Okay. So we've got 133 yards, 150 to the back. It's a little bit further back of a pin. So I'm hitting my 8-iron. Let's go see if we can get back there. Nice, easy stroke. Well, I made it to the front of the green, so I'm happy about that. I don't know why people don't fix their divots, especially when they're big honking ones like that. Oh. This would have rolled better if it hadn't landed in a swamp down here. All right, let's see. This first half is going to go that way. I don't think it actually changes a whole lot off of that. I think we're just going to go for pace and just trying to cozy one up there. Wasn't horrific. That was just a bad putt. Outstanding. All right, so that is a 5. All right, I'm going to practice putt from over here, though. That was really ridiculous. Ah, misses the other direction. That's awesome. Okay. So we have 135 to the center, 149 to the very back, which that is a very back pin. So I'm hitting my 7-iron. This usually goes 160, but it is cold, it is wet, and I am not all that stretched out at the moment. I'm just going to take an easy swing here. My 7-iron. Let's see how far back there we get. That is on the correct tier and moving towards the hole. I am very pleased with that shot, actually. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Okay, this is swampland. I am not going to hit out of this. I am going to bring this right over here where we have dry land so that I can hit over here. Whoever was mowing over here, there's a path that is from here to here that is just sunk. Somebody's mower dropped a couple of gears there and got really short. I can see that path all the way down to the front of the green over there. Yeah, anyways, all right, cool. Let's hit a putt here. Still in a little bit of water there, which I think is part of why I left that a little bit short, but I will very happily take a wonderful par. Woohoo! Okay, so this hole, interesting hole, because it's a 2-part hole. So we are only 325 yards away from the flag at this point in time. However, what we need to do is we've got to hit down here, and then we've got to hit over a big canyon. A big cliff that is full of brambles and other stuff. So this is a tough hole. Just being blunt about it, it's a tough hole. And I've got the wrong club. I've got a 6. I'll be right back. And I'm back. And I've got my 4-iron now, which is, it's a driving iron. But we're going to go down here with a 4-iron and hopefully not hit past our fairway. Oh. Nope. All right, I'm going to hit another one because we're out here to have some fun, not browbeating myself. Oh, I pulled that one. Boy, I way pulled that one. All right, well, we've got some balls down there. We're gonna go find one. We'll go hit it. Okay, so this is the first one that I hit. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it because it's quite a ways back from the other one. So I'm just gonna hit my 7-iron and we're just gonna pop down there closer to that 150 flag. There we go. Fantastic. Yep, that's basically where I needed to go. Cool. Okay, so we were very lucky. We hit our first ball down here rather than picking it up because I couldn't find the second one. So still playing the first ball. So this is the second shot is laying right here, which is crazy because that is right there and that is a lot steeper than it's going to show on camera. But this is the cliff full of, you know, all the briars and everything else going down there that you've got to hit over. So in short, that is where we're going to be heading. So we are currently 144 from the middle of the green. Oh, All right. However, you got to play for the slope. So I am going to be hitting my 9-iron. That was a long time for me to be out of frame there for a moment here. So, anyways, but that's basically that's where we're going. So, yeah, I'm going to hit my 9-iron. Oh, pulled it a hair. But I am towards the back of the green. Outstanding. Very happy about that. All right, we are literally sitting on a sprinkler head right here. So I'm going to move that a foot that way so that we are no longer involved with the sprinkler head. And I'm gonna putt this. Yeah. Ooh. That was a good putt. Bogey. Yeah, that was a decent bogey. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about how that went actually, given my first shot. Yeah. Okay, so we have 318 yards from here to the center of the green. However, that green is over here tucked kind of behind on the left-hand side of this. So we're just gonna go out here in the center of that fairway with the mini driver. There we go. Digging that. Okay, so we've got 102 to the center of the green, which this does look to be kind of a centered flag. 115 to the back, so I've got my 120-yard club. However, we're just going to be hitting a gentle shot with it. I think that is what I'm practicing today, is just over clubbing and then hitting slightly down just to be nicer. See, that was a nice 3/4 length shot, and that got me basically pin high. I'm very happy about that shot. Okay, so actually not entirely positive, but I think this is gonna go a little bit little right to left. Yeah, because we're on basically the beginning of that hill there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go like a cup outside the left hand and go forward. No, that was a little bit further than I was hoping for it to be, but a little further break, I should say. Okay. Par. Come on. It'll catch up. Okay, so we are 141 to the green here. And well, let me see. No, we're 153 to the green. Okay, fantastic. So we're 153, plays like 153, is what my watch is telling me. Now, I know that it plays 10 yards uphill because I've played here before. So, so yeah, so it is 153, and I'm hitting my 6-iron, which is usually my 170-yard club, because I know that it plays uphill and it's a little bit of a back flag, and I want to take a slightly gentler swing than I normally would. So we're just going to go right at the center of the green. And we're going to take a nice gentle swing here. Oh. That was the right distance. It's just directionally slightly challenged. So again, that was about right for, you know, the middle of the green is just right there. So that was about the right distance club, just not so much on the direction. So what we're going to try, we're just going to try and hop it right there and see how that does. Slightly over. Yeah, that was way past. All right, let's go back the other way here. What was that? All right, that was me being a knucklehead here. There we go. All right. I forgot my putter. Okay. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a 5. Okay. Not my greatest score here on this hole. Okay, actually, I'm going to take a moment here and let's just show you this view here for a moment. So I'm just going to walk over here to the edge, and then I'm going to spin the camera. I'm going to spin it slow. That is such a beautiful view. And it's even prettier when it is sunny out, because behind that ridge right there, behind that ridge are more mountains. I really do live in a wonderful, wonderful place. Anyways, okay, so we're back. All right, so we are 16th hole. We have 340 yards to the center of the green from here. However, the green is off to the left over there. So the 150 marker, that's our target. All right, so let's hit a good one up here. That's a good one. Just a little bit to the right of where I was aiming for. But yeah, I'm actually very pleased with that. Okay. So we have 126 in, and I have my 6-iron. So I did not realize the ball was going to be this far forward when I started walking from the cart with just my 6-iron. Again, that is to the right of where I was shooting, but I'm actually pretty pleased with that. Okay. So again, roughly pin high, a few feet past pin high, but I was actually pretty pleased with that ball flight overall, given especially that I had a 6-iron in my hand. Yeah, there's a little bit of rough stuff here between me and the green. So I'm gonna hit my 46-degree wedge. We're just gonna pop it up there a little bit. Well, Wasn't quite hard enough, but wasn't a bad line. All right, let's try this here. No! Okay. There we are. That was a 5 because I missed that putt, that short putt. Okay. So, we currently have 351 yards to the green. Only this one's stuck to the right. There is water that I could potentially hit into, so I'm hitting my 5 wood. And we're just going to go basically at the corner of the fairway there and hopefully fade that just a hair. But we're just going to go at that. Oh, fade is good. Shot is great. Hit the cart path, bounce over the hill, having a good time. Okay, so we have 135 in. So I have my 9-iron, which is typically a 130-yard club, but I'm okay being a little bit short because long is not great here. And it's above my feet, and we're on a little bit of a downslope, which will deal off the club a little bit. Therefore, yeah, okay. That's actually perfect. Just direction, and I'm on the green. Woo! I could have hit another club. I'm 17 paces, so roughly 17 yards or so away. There's a divot right here that was never fixed, and that is 3 or 4 days old, so I'm gonna see if I can beat it into submission a little bit there. All right, okay. So we're 17 paces away. There's another divot over here I'm gonna fix. That is not mine, and it's not on my line, but it's a divot that I can fix nonetheless. Okay. So this goes uphill, then downhill. And I want to say it's going to go to the right at the end. A hair anyway. Oh, that is way past. Okay. It's way past, but oh well. Okay, so that 1, 2, 3, 4 paces past. Woo! Now, I mean, I was coming off a downhill and that kind of stuff, and I can make all the excuses I want to in the world, but there's a long putt for par. Oh, and I just almost hit that. Okay. You know what's not fun? 4-putting from right there. That is not fun. All right, so we have 484 yards from here to the center of the green there. Slight dog leg to the right, but it's got one of the widest landing areas. Plus there's another fairway over here where my usual misses are. So I'm going to aim basically in the middle of this fairway, and but I'm hitting my big dog. We'll see. This is my first swing with it today, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but we shall see. Oh, low. Oh, kind of not a great shot, being honest. All right, so that was one. I'm going to hit a different ball here, and I'm going to try and do a better swing just so that I can get a feel for it, just because I'm out here on my own. Oh. About the same shot, being honest. I need to practice this and I need to get a little more flexible before I hit it again. Okay, so this is the first ball. The problem is this tree is right in my way, because this is an easy shot otherwise. So I'm going to just basically go off here to the left-hand side a little bit, and this ball's above my feet too. So we're just going to try and hit it to the left of that tree. Okay, that wasn't great. Okay, we've got 181 yards, 180 yards from the ball to the center of the green, which is down there basically between, there's a taller fir tree on the right-hand side and a, well, bald tree, hardwood tree on the left-hand side of basically where I'm aiming. So I'll be aiming basically at the center of that, and we shall see how we get on here. 4-iron in hand. Oh no! Ah! That was not a great ball. All right, I'm gonna throw down a practice ball here just because, again, I'm just out here on my own. I'm not playing any of the practice balls. I'm just practicing with them because, again, this is not a competition round. Just out here messing around. Oh, that was horrible. Wow. Wow, that was bad. All right, I'm gonna do one more. And we're gonna just go one more time here. That was a better strike, but still really, really short. Oh well, outstanding. So we have 48 to the center, but that is a back pin. It's about 60 yards. All right, so I'm gonna take my 46-degree wedge here, and we're gonna get back there and see how close we can get. I am actually not sure how that went. Directionally, I was pretty pleased with it, but I'm not sure exactly how deep I went. Well, I hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards past, but to be honest, from 60 yards, I'm not upset about that. I think this is gonna be about there. Okay. Wow, that was a fairly miserable putt. All right, I'm just gonna try something experimenting with trying here. Yeah, see, that's closer to what I was expecting it to go. All right, so I don't know if this is still on camera actually. No, it is not. No, it's on camera. Good gravy. Okay, so that was a very uncomfortable 7. All right, so I shot a 7 over 42 on the round here, and I had a great time. I really did. I personally, I love these kind of days where like the temperature is not horrific. It's 50 degrees out, 45 degrees out. But I'm out here in a jacket, and I've got a couple of long sleeve shirts on, but you know, basically I'm out here in a jacket and my 2 gloves, and the hat. But yeah, I'm not in thermals. I'm not, you know, none of that. It's slightly damp, slightly raining. Personally, I don't mind that at all. It's not overly windy. Digging that. There's actually quite a bit that I very much like about about golf at this time of year, and one of them is that golfer there is the first golfer that I've actually seen on the golf course today. So yeah, I'm actually really happy. Enjoy. Like and subscribe.